Shedeur Sanders' latest act of kindness resembles his Colorado days. In the middle of a tough rookie NFL season, Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders gifted a signed jersey to a 7-year-old fan, further solidifying his status as the most popular name among fans in Cleveland. The move is reminiscent of his Colorado Buffaloes days. Long before Shedeur Sanders has taken command on the field for the Cleveland Browns, he's become the heart of the city amongst fans. As Cleveland's season has quickly gone downhill, the former Colorado Buffaloes quarterback has been held in reserve and quietly waiting for his shot behind struggling rookie starter Dillon Gabriel. Yet, what has truly made Sanders the talk of both Cleveland and Boulder is his actions he chooses to do off the field. Sanders caught wind of a social media post this week from a 7-year-old fan named Juju, whose birthday wish was to make a TikTok video with the Browns' rookie quarterback. Sanders, recognizing the opportunity to connect, decided to make the moment count. Instead of a video, Juju received a freshly signed Browns number 12 jersey, wrapped with care and delivered to his home. The video of Juju's reaction was immediate and real as he leapt in the air with a gasp and disbelief. With Cleveland dropping to 2-7 after a tough loss to the Jets, Sanders' acts of generosity continues to make fans debate when Sanders will suit up as starter. Sanders is winning Cleveland with character first. Although Sanders has yet to see playing time on the Browns offense, he has shaped his reputation in some profound ways. The jersey gift to young Juju wasn't Sanders' only highlight off the field this week. Joining forces with a local car dealership, Sanders also helped gift a new Hyundai Elantra to Tori Wright, a hard-working mother from Avon, Ohio, whose car had broken down. Nominated by her own daughter, Wright was moved to tears when Sanders called to deliver the news. She openly admitted she was an Eagles fan, but declared with a smile, "I want to see Shedeur soar." Sanders, undoubtedly a Browns fan favorite, has already become a starter in Cleveland's community. "I understand how hard a mom works," Sanders said after reading Wright's story. "It was important. It was heartfelt," he explained. "We wanted to give the car away to someone that was truly in need of it." Kindness in Cleveland, kindness in Boulder. For anyone watching Sanders now, these gestures feel familiar. At Colorado, Sanders was likely to meet fans post-game, sharing wristbands, shaking hands, and lifting up teammates. Back in 2024, after Colorado's win over Arizona, Sanders surprised 2 young fans in the stands and gifted his wristband to one wide-eyed boy. The scene mirrored Juju's viral excitement this week. After each win at Colorado, Shedeur sought out those fans whose week would be changed by a minute of his attention, an admiration and following that is not typical with most college athletes. Now, that same approach is evident as Sanders settles into Cleveland. Even as a backup, his gestures for local families, partnership with charity, and recognition of young fans, has echoed his time with the Buffaloes. Shedeur Sanders' latest act of kindness resembles his Colorado days. In the middle of a turbulent season defined by quarterback battles, coaching friction, and non-stop media speculation, Shedeur Sanders managed to remind the city of Cleveland, and honestly, the entire football world, exactly who he's always been beneath the headlines, a young man who leads with his heart long before he leads with his arm. The Browns' rookie quarterback has been tossed into narratives that stretch from controversial play calling to heated debates about whether he's ready to take over the franchise. But on a chilly Tuesday morning, Shedeur delivered a moment that cut through the noise, a moment that looked far less like the chaos of the NFL and far more like the compassionate, present, grounded version of himself that fans fell in love with back in Colorado. A quiet gesture that spoke loudest. It happened at a small recreation center on Cleveland's east side, the kind of place no one expects NFL players to show up without cameras, handlers, or a scheduled appearance. Shedeur walked in unannounced, hoodie, beanie, low profile, and asked the director if he could speak to a group of kids who were finishing their homework program. No media alerts. No social posts. No sponsorship tags. Just Shedeur doing what Shedeur has always done. When the kids gathered around him, most too young to fully understand the quarterback controversies swirling around the Browns, Shedeur sat on the floor with them and started asking questions, real ones. What do you want to be? What makes you excited to wake up? What stresses you out? It wasn't motivational speaker energy. It was bigger than that. It was human. One of the kids mentioned that he didn't have a reliable laptop for schoolwork, and another chimed in that his basketball shoes were 2 sizes too small. Shedeur didn't react with the performative shock that celebrities sometimes show off. Instead, he nodded quietly, finished talking with each group, and then walked into the director's office. By the end of the day, 20 laptops, 20 pairs of shoes, and a year's worth of recreational funding were anonymously paid for. Except the anonymity didn't hold for long, because kids don't keep secrets. This is the same kid who stayed after practice at CU. When word got out, someone pointed out that this wasn't new behavior for Shedeur. Fans from his Colorado days started sharing memories online. How he used to stay after practice to sign autographs in freezing temperatures. How he once paid a student's tuition after overhearing her family's struggles. How he posted up outside the CU Student Union during a storm just to help push stalled cars up the incline. This wasn't a PR stunt. This wasn't image repair. This was simply the return of a version of Shedeur that Cleveland had been too distracted to see. Even Deion Sanders, when pressed by reporters about the gesture after practice the next day, smiled in a way that suggested he already knew the story long before the media did. "He's been like that since he was a kid," Deion said. "Pressure, criticism, expectations, none of that changes who he is. Football is what he does. But who he is, that's different. That's what y'all just saw."